Shout out to the sponsors, ByBit. Guys, I'm still trying to give away a Rolex. Okay, we need 200 signups on my ByBit link. The info and the Google form. The info is in my Telegram. So if you want a chance to win a Rolex for free, all you gotta do is sign up and fucking take some trades on ByBit. Info's in my Telegram. Shout out to them. The link's in the description. And yeah, I hope everyone's making some money. Hope everyone's having a good time. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. How's everyone doing, man? Fresh all-time highs, baby. Fresh all-time highs, baby. Everybody should be fucking hyped right now. We're literally at 72,000 fucking dollars for one Chinese Bitcoin. One single Chinese Bitcoin. It's truly insane. It's truly insane. So I hope you guys all printed, man. I really do. Because even if you just followed my most basic advice and even just bought like Ethereum back when I was hard shilling it at fucking $1,800, which seems like an eternity ago, but it's not. 3 months ago. We're well over 2x now from my weekly setup on Ethereum. Various altcoins that I've shared over the last several months. OXO is 5x from my entry that I shared. Say up from 27 cents. All the spot plays I've shared over the last month or so are cooking. SNX, you know, almost 50% up. Phil, almost 100% up. We shared this one at around $6. Sushi, cooking. Aave, cooking. Atom, cooking. Woo, Matic. All of this stuff is up a ton. Not to mention the meme coins, Dogecoin. You know, I was posting about that at fucking 9,700 sats or whatever it was. We're just on fire right now. It's been awesome. So I hope you guys are all printing. I hope everyone is making money because this is what we have been fucking waiting for, man. I've been sticking with you guys through the entire bear market, right? We had the bull market highs. We were streaming. We had the bear market lows. Sam stole all my money. Guess what? We were still streaming. And now we're at fresh all-time highs. It's hard to believe how far we've come in what feels like not that long of time, but this is what the grind has been for. If this is your first cycle, this is the shit you've been waiting for, man. The bull market, everything's going up. Bitcoin is making new highs. Altcoins are starting to look ready to send. We're going to have some crazy alt season soon. I don't even think alt season has happened, to be honest with you. Most of the alt BTC pairs are still at like rock bottom. Really, the only kind of crazy runs we've seen of alts have been meme coins. So it hasn't even been, you know, kind of your blue chip stuff yet. Maybe this is a meme coin super cycle and meme coins are going to lead. It doesn't change the fact that I still think we're going to have an alt season where some more blue chip. We're going to see the TIAs, the Inges. Solana's going to probably make a new all-time high. Like, we're going to see other bigger alts rip as well. And I think a lot of the stuff that I'm in still has 50 to 100% of upside at least. So we haven't even seen that yet because Bitcoin has been so strong. It's been stealing the show. But Ethereum is starting to perk up to over 4,000. It still hasn't even gotten to its all-time high. So, you know, I know there's a lot of talk around top signals and blah, 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 blah. Here's a couple of things that you have to keep in mind. First of all, we're in price discovery at Bitcoin. Nobody has any fucking clue when it's going to stop. People are going to throw out all sorts of crazy price targets. Some people are going to throw out targets that are way too low and we're going to go way past them. Some people are going to throw out price targets and dates for tops that are way too bullish and we're not even going to come close to them. Last cycle, we were at 60K. You had people calling for $500,000 Bitcoin. Now we're at 80,000. We have people calling for 500,000 Bitcoin. Anything can happen. Nobody fucking knows when the music is going to stop. It will stop eventually, but in my opinion, you don't have anything really to worry about until at least Ethereum has made all-time high. Ethereum's not even at all-time high yet, so we're not early anymore. We're in the bull market. We're in this fucking bitch, but Ethereum hasn't even made all-time high yet. I don't think we've even had, you know, a real alt season yet. And a tweet I posted earlier today, right, was use the 3-day or the daily and just wait for us to lose structure. So if the 3-day is super duper clear, in my opinion, you have your low and your high, you have your low and your high, you have your low and your high. Here's a higher high, boom, lower low. You're looking to sell any sort of bounce or just sell immediately because that was it. Same thing here. There's your high and your low, low, high, low, high. Broke market structure, it's over. So until we get that loss of trend, I don't really think you need to worry about anything. Like if you look at the 3-day right now, here is the low on the 3-day. So this thing could retrace significantly and still end up going much higher. I don't think there's any reason to worry. And now let's say we go up here and then we put in a low and then this and then that breaks. Okay, maybe now it's time to get a little cautious or take some profit, etc. But I'm generally selling on the way up. I'm not selling yet, but 90, 100K Bitcoin, I am absolutely going to take some profit. I don't care if it goes to 150K because I can sell more on the way up. I'm always going to sell early, and I have that luxury because I bought early. So if I get to 100K Bitcoin, I have Bitcoin that I bought down here that's up 5x. I have Bitcoin that I bought around here that's up 3 to 4x. I have no problem taking some of that profit and realizing it, because it's not real money until you realize it. You actually take the profit. You're going to see a lot of people hold on and they get caught in this. They get caught in this and they end up, so they're bullish early. They're holding, and then, they end up selling here and giving back half of the gains from, holding for a year. So I'll probably sell early. I don't really give a fuck, but I don't think you have anything to worry about yet. I don't think we're really seeing that much froth. I think the people who are saying, oh, it's frothy in here, it's overstated. Normies are just starting to pay attention to crypto again. The media is just starting to pay attention to crypto again. I still think we have months remaining of this, not years. I'm not in that camp. I did a whole podcast with Trader Mercury. I don't think we're years away from the top. I think we're months away, but that's still a lot of time, and a lot of crazy stuff can happen between now and then. A lot of money can be made, but I'm not really seeing a ton of froth or retail interest yet. Ethereum's not even at all-time high yet. Does that not mean that we can dip in between and, things like that? Of course we can. But in terms of just general sentiment check, I don't think we're near the top yet. Getting closer, but we got time still. And again, use that daily or 3-day trend. And until we kind of lose that, it worked in 2017 too. Like if you go back here, like when this topped here, when did this top? Soon as it lost the trend, that was the top. Went down 75%. Soon as it lost the trend here, that was the top. And it ended up going down like 80%. So that is how I'll exit the final parts of my bags, is using that as a tool. When do we actually lose the trend on the daily and the 3-day? 3-day is going to be a little slower, but high confidence. But I don't think that you need to worry yet. But I do think you need to have some predetermined exits in mind, whether it's a certain multiple on a coin, whether it is a certain multiple or number for your net worth. You got to think about that a little, because when it gets really crazy and all of a sudden we have 3 or 4 days of Bitcoin just going, completely fucking like here's February to April, right? Like we have a 50% move up in, 4 weeks. Like when we get that kind of move, I mean, listen, we're 50% up in that kind of time span already. But, if this continues to get insanely vertical, you got to have some plan for when you're going to take profit, right? You got to have some plan for when you're going to take profit. And the sooner you have that plan laid out, the more likely you are to execute on it when the time comes. It's no different than buying the dip. If you don't know where the dip might go to, if you haven't set alerts, levels of interest across various coins, when the dip actually comes, the likelihood of you capitalizing on it is a lot less than someone who is prepared and planned. And it's the same thing for selling. If you don't have a plan in place, you don't have an idea of where you might want to take profit, when the top comes, it's going to happen a lot faster. The bottom took a long ass time to form. The top can oftentimes be, days to weeks. Like it's not going to be multi-month distribution and you got all the time in the world to get out. Keep that in mind. But I'm not calling top, of course, not yet. Ethereum still hasn't even made an all-time high. Still think there's lots of craziness and fun stuff to come. Ethereum BTC, I think, is potentially ready for another leg up. A lot of alt BTC pairs look very bottomed. I don't think we've really had that alt season yet, but this is extended. I don't care what anyone says. This is the most vertical we've been since the bottom, right? Pretty vertical, pretty vertical. We're now going literally straight up. So this type of price action ends with a sharp correction. It doesn't mean that we won't then make a higher low and go higher. I think we probably will, but the steepness of the parabola can only last for so long before you get one of these. And we're at that point already where people are saying there will be no pullbacks. I posted today being like, I would love a pullback to like here to ape. And someone's like, oh, like fucking, you want a fucking pullback because why didn't you buy the last pullback? It's like, first of all, I'm probably long already more than you, so shut the fuck up. Secondly, like this is 5%. I'm not calling for a 30% fucking correction, but that attitude that, hey, we're not gonna pull back always precedes a pullback. I don't know when it will happen. This is a very steep trend. I would much rather BTC chill the fuck out and go sideways and Ethereum and fucking alts go up as opposed to, some sort of sharp pullback or correction. But in this type of environment, I still think a dip is an opportunity opportunity to get long for another expansive leg higher. I don't think the top is in yet by any means. I still think we have a long ways to go. Price-wise, I think Bitcoin, I definitely see us trading into the 6 figures. That's another 40% higher from here. Now, could we pull back 10, 20, 30% first? Of course, right? Like anything can happen. You got to be prepared. The volatility up here is crazy. So if you're not in spot and you're playing leverage, we can get big, fast move downs, right? That's 15% on Bitcoin. Remember what happened to altcoins there. So you got to be a little cautious, a little careful if you're aping heavy with leverage. But yeah, I mean, listen, once Bitcoin chills out and alts really have their fucking alt season, now you want to be looking, more for potential top signals. Right now, so far, I think we've just really seen kind of a meme coin crazy cycle as opposed to, a proper alt season. We're seeing these meme coins going up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% in a day. We're going to have days where some of the major altcoins do 10, 20, 30% in multiple days in a row and 2x and stuff like that. So very exciting times. I hope you guys are all printing. So Bitcoin looks really fucking good, looks really strong. This is kind of that crazy like vertical accumulation, right? Where you're like, man, this thing has to pull back and then it just legs up again. Oh, it has to pull back and then it just legs up again. Again, it's quite steep, right? Like this is very steep and eventually we're going to get a sharp correction. But I do think it's one of those ones where, we come down and then it just closes back up almost where the dump started almost immediately. We'll see. I mean, the 12-hour order blocks have just been what I've been watching, right? So we had this one here cause the next leg up. This one here caused the next leg up. We had this one down here. I drew it out. We wicked below, but we closed above, if you remember. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to trade and ride the trend here. We have our 12-hour OB right here. I'm prepared to buy down here. I don't know if I'd buy just Bitcoin or if I'd bid altcoins, but this is a 5% drop. Very easily could see 10, 15, 20% drops on alts if Bitcoin does get a 5% pullback. But I think we trade higher from here. We'll wait and see if this happens or if we just leg up again or if we just go sideways. I don't really know. The higher we go and the steeper the parabola gets, the fucking harder it is to do the TA on it, to be honest with you, on any sort of high time frame. If you look at this on the hourly, what is this price action? Like, in a regular scenario, I would suspect this breaks down. Like in a non-scenario like we're in now, to me, this fucking breaks down to here and fills in this. Is that going to happen? Or is tomorrow we're going to wake up and the fucking bid is on from Coinbase and we just fucking trade higher? So yeah, that's it for Bitcoin. I don't really know. Like maybe we get a pullback, maybe we don't. If we do, this is where I would look for it. Okay. Let's see. Ethereum here, very similar to Bitcoin. I think Ethereum looks completely fine, very strong. You got a fresh H12 order block here. So I'd like to see this hold on any sort of retest. Again, this is, 5-6% down. So keep that in mind. And yeah, I think new all-time high is the target on Ethereum for the next leg, right? Like this is the target here. Very simple, very straightforward. That's where we want to see price go, is all-time high. So I don't know. I think this low is probably safe, right? Like we came down, we ran out this entire consolidation. So you'd think any sort of pullback here, this low is probably safe for a stop, and that yields solid risk reward if you're just gonna even just take Ethereum, right? Like that's solid trade just off the H12 without even zooming in and refining for a lower entry. But we'll see. Stocks are a little bit sketchy. Like I do think that is a reversal candle personally. So the question is like, is this going to also top crypto? So far, that's the ugliest weekly candle we've had in a very long time, right? Like that's by far the worst looking weekly candle since, I don't even know, this maybe. So if we get a hot CPI print, this rolls over. Does the whole market roll over with it? I do not know. But people being like stocks and crypto aren't correlated, like, bro, look at this thing. This thing's crazy. Since October, this motherfucker is up 25%. That's ginormous move for stocks. But this is definitely getting steep. And this potentially, right, looks kind of toppy here. So got to be careful. Hopefully crypto just ignores stocks completely and just continues to chat. And you look at things like Nvidia, right? Like that looks, if this was a crypto chart and this was the, kind of the daily candle, you'd probably like, looks a little sketch, maybe a bounce and then lower. I don't know. So we'll see. So Ethereum and Bitcoin, we've got these 12-hour levels. Those would be areas I'd buy the dip if given. I don't know if we're going to come back there, but just looking at how steep this trend is, everyone's saying we're not going to. It's like, well, dude, every fucking little pump has basically come back and retested a 12-hour order block. So I don't know why this one's just not going to. Maybe it won't. Maybe we have an even bigger correction. I don't know. But those two levels, mark them on your charts. Those are the areas that I'm watching if we get a pullback, okay? So let's look at Ethereum BTC here. BTC's just been so strong, right? So we got this push, but it's kind of retracing here. So is this now a new higher low on Ethereum BTC? Like, is this the new higher low? Or are we going to come down deeper and maybe even down to here? It really depends what Bitcoin's going to do. Ethereum kind of kept up on this last leg, but Bitcoin is still the stronger of the two assets, you know, and it's gone up more. So we really need this to break market structure, really. Like, you want to see this fucking level here basically get taken. Once that happens, that's going to be the expansion through all-time high on Ethereum and altcoins going nuts and all that kind of shit, right? So when this thing finally breaks out of this range, because I do believe I called the bottom on this, you know, a couple months ago. I said, I think the bottom is in after we swept the summer lows, but now we've basically been in a range since October, right? So October, November, December, January, February, March. It's almost 6 months that we've been ranging here. So when this finally breaks and gives us that expansive move to the upside, I think that's when the altcoins start to go a little crazy, right? I'm in this for the money and I'm in this for the clout, the dopamine that comes with the likes and the views. That's all I care about. And the money, most importantly, the money. The tech, I don't give a shit about. I'm hoping that Decun, I don't know how to pronounce it. I hope that update pumps my fucking bags. The boots are always on, baby. Right now the hat is red, but the boots are red and they're on. This thing goes to $10. I'll literally cream in my pants. Decum, you fucking dirty fucking whore. You dirty, dirty little skank. Fuck you. Insane scenes. Oh baby. Oh baby, baby. No. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell me shit. Where were you? Decummer, you doorknob. You don't like it. Fuck off. It's that simple. I'm here to shill my bags, not yours. Trader main, trader main, trader main, trader main, trader main. I'm not really interested in XRP. Other coins out there that aren't as sad and depressing. So I would have loved if this tagged that order block. Did it? Let's get in real microscopic. Oh, baby. Look at this. Look at the precision. Precise. To the pip. To the pipette. Good, because I'm long. Let's go. It's that simple.